We are back with the one and only Henny, Miss Stacy Layne Matthews. Look at her. Look at all
Look at
of
me.
her. Yes, Henny. Well, that's the famous ring from the shot.
Well, no, that one was AB. This one's Crystal.
Oh, okay. Thank you for correcting me. So how is everything going in Back Swamp?
It's pretty good. You're pretty low key, pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm. Now, we were talking a little bit about the differences, but it's like, it seems like a whole different world from Drag Race universe, right? Mm-hmm. It's a different feeling. People treat you different. It's not the easiest also place to be out and be yourself, right?
No, I mean, I live in the Bible Belt, so, you know, people are very kind of set in their ways, and they're very religious, so I try not to flaunt all that in their face, you know. Some of my family's supportive, but not everyone, but, you know, I just try to be myself, and I try to let everybody know, you know, I'm not changing, Henny. Mm-hmm. Are you listening? I'm not changing.
Now, so you have a drag mom and drag daughters. Mm-hmm. Now, how did you first connect with your drag mom?
Well, I was doing a theater show, a Shakespearean show, called Much Ado About Nothing. Uh-huh. And she showed up to the show to watch it. And
well, who did you play in Much Ado About Nothing?
Oh, God, I was the judge and the priest.
Oh, okay.
That was a long time ago.
I mean, potential Broadway producers, I want to see Stacey Lane Matthews does Shakespeare on Broadway.
I still remember my lines, honey.
Can you give me some?
Let's see. Pause a while and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess, left for dead. Let her why be secretly kept in and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation and own your family's old monuments. Hang mournful epitaphs and do all rites that appertain into a burial.
Bravo!
Yeah. I remember.
I mean, it's already just a couple minutes into the show, Stacey, but we've had your singing debut, your Shakespeare debut. This is the greatest show ever.
I just gotta lay it out for you, Henny.
Yes, Henny.
Let's see what else.
Yeah.
I'm about to do a flip. Hold on.
All right. So your family was religious when you were growing up, so that makes coming out as a little gay boy into a little trans woman is a very difficult situation. How was that? How was growing up in that situation?
Well, for me, it's kind of hard when you can't really express how you feel. And my mom well, I'm not going to say she accepted it, me being gay, but she kind of tolerated it. Mm-hmm. But when it came to dressing up, she couldn't handle it.
Right.
She could not handle it. And
what age was that when you were coming out?
Around 16, 17.
Okay.
I was just graduating high school and going into college around 17, so that's when we actually had the conversation. But she already knew.
Right.
Honey, I was a lady. I was a lady.
She caught you putting on that lip gloss extra thick?
She would wake me up in the middle of the night and like, where is my skirt?
Oh, really?
Where's my top? I need it. And I'm like, she found me, honey.
She found out. So when you came out, it wasn't a surprise, but it was still a little difficult to handle.
It's very difficult because, you know, you want your mother to be proud of you. You want your family to be proud of you. And growing up, you don't want to feel like you're doing something wrong. And we know now, as adults, that we're not doing anything wrong. We're just living our lives, being ourselves. It's just us, Henny.
That's right, Henny.
It's just us.
Once you hit into the drag, and I think we actually have a picture of your young drag right here. Ooh. Oh, Henny!
Come on, titty.
Come on, titty. I mean, you are serving fresh fish, sweetie. I love it.
That was a long time ago, huh?
That was. Now that young girl also started getting into pageants. Did your drag mother point you that direction?
She did. She put me in my first pageant. She kind of showed me the way.
Oh, there she is.
Yes, that is Miss. What is that? Illusions Continental Plus.
I love pageant titles. It's like Miss America, Supreme Crown Star Sparkle.
Miss Coffee Mug at Large.
Miss Coffee Mug at Large always gets the cream, sissy.
Yes, God.
So how old were you when you first started pageants?
I done my first pageant maybe in 2000. It was during Drag Race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I done Miss North Carolina Unlimited right after Drag Race. I don't think it had aired yet, but we had filmed it. So I was kind of walking around with this big old secret.
Mm-hmm. And did that help you in the competition? Because you were like, little do you know,
honey,
girls.
they judge you hard. Drag Race girls, because I think Alexis Mateo, they judge her hard.
Oh, yeah.
But luckily she's been in a lot of national titles. So she's like National Show Queen right now.
Is she Miss National Sparkle, Doom, Rose, Daisy, Purple Glitter? I'm just looking around the thing and trying to name. Miss Flowers, Miss Ceramics.
Miss Fried Drumstick and Fries.
I think you win Miss Fried Drumstick and Fries every year, honey.
Every day is Chicken Wing Day.
Yes, it is.
You know that song?
No, I do not.
Every day is leg day. Every day is wings day.
I mean, Stacey, I could just sit and listen to you sing and do Shakespeare and do whatever all day long, honey. Henny, I should say.
We need to write a song, yes.
What is some of your favorite or like worst or best moments from pageants? Backstage drama or your favorite performance of your own?
Well, here's a problem I have. When I do pageants, you have to come with a package, obviously. You have to have the perfect gown. It has to fit right. It has to be the right length. You have to have the right hair, the accessories. But my problem is when I do talent, people are like, oh, you should sing. And me being as critical as I am of my voice, when I sing, I always leave the stage feeling, oh my God, it wasn't good enough. Mm-hmm. So when I done a national pageant, Miss Continental Plus, for prelim night, I sang a song, but for final night, I made top 12, my first national pageant. I changed my song because I didn't feel like it was good enough. And I felt like if I would have kept the same song, that I would have not won, obviously, but maybe been a little higher in the...
What song did you do originally, and what song did you switch it to?
His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Oh, okay. That's your classic. That was your original choice.
And then for final night, I done And I'm Telling You, and it was horrible.
Oof, that's a hard one to sing.
I tried.
That's not an easy song for anybody. Do you want to try it again now? What about what Stacy needs?
What about wings?
What about chicken?
You like the drumstick or the other part?
Oh, I like a drumstick.
I like a good old drumstick too, honey.
Yeah, I do. I think Stacey and I are going to have some chicken, and we'll be back with more after this. On the break, why don't you go subscribe to the Hey Qween Hot Tea Podcast for more Hey Qween fun. Be back in a minute.
Yes, gone.
Yes, gone. Love celebrity gossip?
And Hollywood shade.
Of course you do. Subscribe to our brand new podcast, Hot Tea with Jonny
And Lady Red.
We read all the tabloids so you don't have to. I'm talking about Star, In Touch, Life and Style, National Enquirer, National Inquisitor. I mean, all the nationals. Subscribe to Hot Tea with Jonny and Lady Red now. We're back with the one and only Henny herself, Miss Stacy Layne Matthews. Yes. Look at all of that beautiful lady right there.
I dance too, honey.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Work it. Come on, we can do it together. This is it, Stacey. We gotta, you know what, we're forming a duo. It's Stacey and Jonny. We're hitting the road. I'm writing you songs. We're gonna do Shakespeare.
What we gonna call it? Gay Train.
Gay Train.
Yes, I'm feeling it.
Let's talk about Drag Race. Mm-hmm. How many times did you audition for Drag Race? Once and done.
Well, for one season, I filled something out online, and maybe it was like one sheet of questions.
Oh, right, because that was season 2 probably when they were doing that website thing.
And I was like, oh, girl, bye.
You're like, I don't have time for this. I need to go to Carl's Jr. You didn't do a tape. You just wrote it. Just wrote the
I'm
words.
just gonna watch, whatever.
Right.
So then the next year, I was like, well, maybe I should try it. So then I kept telling myself, oh, I'm going to be on this show. I actually told my family, oh yeah, I auditioned for a show. I'm just waiting for them to call me.
Wow.
Wait for them to call me.
And what was their reaction?
They were like, oh, that's cool.
That's nice, Stacy. I'm glad for you, sweetie.
I don't think they believed me until, I got that phone call one day. And it was a guy, Frank Mealy, that worked with World of Wonder. And he was like, hey, Stacy, because he kept calling me, asking me weird questions. And I kind of knew.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to be on this show. So they called, and he was like, well, you're on the show. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Because I had already told myself, I'm going to be a star, honey.
Right.
I had told myself I'm going to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. I had told my family I'm going to be on the show. They didn't believe me, but when I got the call, I was excited. But he didn't think I was excited because I had, I had already built myself up to that point.
Right. And you do tend to keep it a little under, right? You keep your cool most of the time.
I do.
So you're like, I'm very, very excited. Thank you so much, Frank.
He was like, are you gonna scream or something? I was like, honey, I've been screaming for weeks.
So then you pack up all your drag. Mm-hmm. How many suitcases do you take with you?
I took 5 suitcases.
Okay. You pack it all up. Did you have because this was season 3, so it's not like it is now where all the girls are like, everyone quick, an army. They have to get together 9 million looks. Mm-hmm. Did you have your drag mother and your drag daughters all helping you make everything together?
I had everybody. I didn't have much time at all.
Right.
I had maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks to prepare. And because there was drag everywhere, I had to borrow stuff because honestly, I wasn't really prepared, costume-wise, any of that stuff. Because when I got to RuPaul's Drag Race, and I started walking around the workroom, I was like, girl, I'm not ready.
Right.
What is this? Oh, yeah, there was one part where RuPaul, in between taping, was walking around the room just looking at everybody's stuff. Mm-hmm. And he got to my station, and I was like, oh my God, he's gonna read me down. But yeah, honey, I made the best of it.
But did he read you?
No.
No.
Probably deep down inside, he was like, what the hell what is this, honey? Because some of those girls had some fierce shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was really intimidated. Mm-hmm. Alexis Mateo's closet.
Boop. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
She slayed me, honey.
Hey Qween! Hello, children. To see part 3 of this interview, click here. To see more Hey Qween fabulousness, click here. And don't forget to subscribe, bitch! Hey! Hey! Hey!